Hi, my name is Lily and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Christmas festive book tag, which is why I decided to film in front of my Christmas tree with some decorations behind me. It was quite difficult to get any decorations that you'd be able to see, so please forgive the fact that this is not the best setup, but I thought I'd set you on steady. I'm gonna have to go change this because that's gonna mess with my lighting a lot. Okay, fingers crossed, they're sorted now. Anyway, I'm gonna like wave, get the camera to focus back on me and not on the tree. I'm doing the Christmas festive book tag. I will link the creator's video down in the description below. I will also link the video made by Charlotte from Coiny Reads in the description because that was a video that inspired me to do this tag. I thought, seeing as it's nearly Christmas, I would do at least one Christmassy themed video. I've done some vaguely winter ones, but yeah, I thought some Christmas video would be fun times for everyone. I'm gonna get straight into the tag. The first question is, what is a fictional family you would like to spend Christmas with? I think the really easy, obvious answer that a lot of people are gonna give is the Weasley family, but due to recent events, I think we should try and get a bit more creative on BookTube and not just name the Weasley family. I'm going to pick the family from A Kind of Spark by Elle McNichol. I can't remember what the family's name is, but the family of the main character Addie. I would love to spend Christmas with them. The reason is two of their daughters are autistic and they know that these daughters are autistic as well, which is kind of unusual for girls. Because they know their daughters are autistic, I thought it would be a really great Christmas for me because I feel like they'd be a very understanding family of the fact that on Christmas I like to kind of spend a lot of time on my own because I understand that Christmas is a family event, but also it's meant to be a day of rest and a day of joy for everyone. So I like to take a step back and spend time on my own and read, and I feel like this family would be really understanding and they'd have really good a sensory environment for autistic people. Because I hate Christmas crackers. They really mess with my brain, they make me panic, so I feel like this family would be a great family to spend an autistic Christmas with. If you didn't know, this book is about an autistic girl living with a family with another autistic sibling. And it's kind of all about how her village and her school view her as autistic, and it is written by an autistic woman. How many times did I say autistic in that one little segment? I don't know, but it was a lot, and I kind of feel like the word doesn't have meaning to me anymore. The next question is, what kind of bookish gifts would you like to receive for Christmas? Honestly, books is my main thing I would like to receive just in general for Christmas. I really love reading, I love acquiring new books, but I really struggle to keep up with new releases because I do earn a decent amount, but my outgoings are really high. Like rent in my area is really expensive and bills are expensive, so I don't have a lot of money left over month to month for books. So recently, especially now that I've moved out, I've not had a lot of money for the new releases, and I really just like receiving books for Christmas because I make a big wish list and then friends and family get the link and often will buy me books from it, and I always feel so grateful. If we're going to get a little bit more creative, the other thing that I really like to receive is book sleeves. I have asked for some before for my birthday or Christmas, I can't remember, and received them, but I also quite like people giving me them based on what they think I would like. I thought I would quickly show you my little collection of book sleeves. My absolute favourite one is this Illumicrate one. I'll try and hold it close to the camera. It is inspired by Vicious by V. Schwab, and I love it. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I actually got this one before I read the book because I loved it so much, and good job I love the book too because it's worked out. This is like a standard size, it will fit a paperback, maybe a small hardback. Then I have another kind of standard size one. It's this little cactus one. This was my like first ever book sleeve that I bought for myself, that I got from Etsy. If I can find the shop link still, I will link it down in the description below. This again fits like a paperback or a small hardback. Then I have this large one which is like a woodland print, which I was gifted for my birthday from Etsy, but I think I will be able to find the shop link, and if I can, I will link it down below. It's so lovely. This one can fit quite big hardbacks, I think, so that is really great. And yeah, if I get any more, I'd love that. I really love book sleeves. I actually bought one for my boyfriend for his birthday last year, I think, because he's been getting into reading since getting with me, so he needs a book sleeve to transport his books around. So yeah, book sleeves is probably my favourite non-book bookish gift. The next question is to name a character you think would make a good Christmas elf. My answer is Tiffy from The Flatshare. If you haven't read The Flatshare, Tiffy is this over-the-top amazing character. She's really crafty and creative and bubbly and just so lovely, and I do really think she would make an amazing Christmas elf because I think she'd have the right enthusiasm, the right level of creativity, and she'd really care about making the gifts personal, so I think she'd make an amazing one. The next question is to match a book to its perfect Christmas song. I decided I wanted to go with my absolute favourite Christmas song, which is Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney, and it was really difficult to pick a book that would fit this because I don't really read many books around Christmas, and a lot of them are not about a wonderful Christmas time. But I did find one, and that is The More the Merrier by Anne Vine. This is a really short book and it is a middle grade. I last read this when I was about 10, I think, and I've still got it because I remember loving it that much. This is about a family Christmas where the family hosting the Christmas are trying their best to make it the absolute best day they can, but a lot of things are going wrong. There's a lot more family there than normal, hence the more the merrier, and I thought it really fitted Wonderful Christmas Time because that's what they want to have. They want to have a wonderful Christmas. The next one is Bar Humbug. Name a book that disappointed you and you think should go on the naughty list. This is going to be no surprise if you've watched any of my other videos, but I'm picking The Court of Miracles. I just really hated this book. You may have seen my rant review, if not I'll be linking that down below as well, and I just was so disappointed. I was expecting an amazing French fantasy that was a Les Mis retelling, and I don't even know what the book was about. There was like no plot, the characters were all like two-dimensional and I didn't understand them. It was just a really bad book. I've since traded it, and I actually traded it for Mexican Gothic, which is now one of my favourite books of the year, so win for me. Next is to name a book or fictional character you think deserves more love and appreciation and should be on the nice list. I actually did a whole video of underhyped books this year, and there are not many that weren't on that video, but one I have read since making that is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Azevedo. I can't show you it because I borrowed it from the library, but that was one of my absolute favourite books recently, probably going to be in one of my favourite books of the year lists, and it deserved more hype. Clap When You Land got a decent amount of hype, and I kind of found out about Elizabeth Azevedo through that, and I read the arc. And then after loving that book, I decided I just had to read more. And With the Fire on High is one of her earlier books, and it's such a beautiful story, so well written, the cover is beautiful, and I just, it deserves to go on the nice list because it is just a wonderful book that deserves more love and appreciation. Next is Red, Gold and Green. Pick a book that has a cover that has a wonderful Christmassy feel to it. I decided to go the extra mile and to pick a book for Red, Gold and Green. So my red book is Splinters of Scarlet by Emily Bain Murphy. I just think the wintry theme of this cover really feels Christmassy, even though it's actually like lace and stitching, but it just feels Christmassy to me, especially this shade of red with the white. My gold pick is kind of cheating because it is a Christmas book, and that is the Christmassaurus. It's got the gold foiling on the cover and the gold spine, which you can't really see because of the light, but there's the gold spine. And obviously this feels Christmassy. It's got the Christmassaurus on the front, it's got snow, it's got everything. It's just so good, and I really like, you look at this and it screams Christmas to me. And my pick for green is Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Rigg. I chose this because I thought the gold foiling on the green looked kind of Christmassy. This kind of pattern I imagine people putting on like a table runner for Christmas, or like it kind of looks like some of the garlands I see around at Christmas. I just think it feels really Christmassy, even though there's no like snow or snowflakes. I just thought the gold foiling on this like foresty green looked really Christmassy. And the final question is, what book or series do you love so much that you wish everyone would find it under their tree this year so that they can love it too? I have chosen a book and a series. The series that I have chosen is the Illuminae Files trilogy. Of course I was going to pick this. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I really love this series. This is like my favourite series of all time, and Gemina is probably my favourite book of all time. Well, no, it's probably not, but it's one of my favourite books of all time. This series is just incredible. The multimedia format just makes it so fun and unique and really great to read. The audiobook adaptation is like a full cast, almost like radio dramatization, which is also amazing. So yeah, I really wish more people would read these, and if someone was to get this whole box set under their tree at Christmas, they would be the luckiest person. And the book that I have chosen is Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez. This is the Fairy Loot exclusive cover and this is the standard cover. I love both, and I actually bought the Fairy Loot exclusive secondhand because I thought the cover was really brilliant. So I decided to buy that as my first edition of the book and hope that I liked it. And then I loved it so much that I bought the standard hardback as well. This book is just beautiful inside and out. It's so unique, and I really wish more people would read it, which is why I would really love it if people would find this under their tree. Okay, that is all the questions on the Festive Christmas Book Tag. I really hope you like listening to my answers and seeing my tree in the background, and that is it for this video, I think. If you liked it, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more content from me. Let me know down in the comments which Christmassy books you'd recommend to me, because I definitely need more Christmassy books. I'd also love to hear what families you'd like to spend Christmas with from a book or a TV show, whatever you want. All of my links will be down in the description below, as are all of the links I've spoken about in the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!